Well, hey guys, welcome on into the Big Access podcast this week. We've got a lot of good friends here at PDK who are joining us on this episode. We're going to have some great conversations today about our brand new integration with Zapier, or as Dallin Labram likes to say, Zapier. It's French, right?
Suppose it's sort of.
Anyways, we're going to talk about Zapier today and why we created this integration and really how this helps you guys as partners to be able to have a good experience with PDK. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves today. Let's start over here to my right.
Hi, I'm Evan Orme. I'm the CTO.
Yeah, you were actually just on this on the Big Access podcast. You're like a
Must have
never
done something right.
You did do something right. So welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Another local resident here.
Brad Baldwin, VP Product.
And then out over here, first timer on the podcast.
Yeah. Skyler Crestani, PM for the integrations team. So I worked very closely with the team that did the Zapier integration.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you guys all on the episode today. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy day to come and jump on. Zapier, for those of you who are not familiar what Zapier is, it is a integration that helps you to do automations. It really simplifies access control and opens up access control management and ties it into 8,000 different integrations that are out there. So it's really cool. But Brad, I want to learn a little bit more in depth about who Zapier is and why we decided as an integrations or why PDK needed an integration with Zapier.
Well, one of the things that I learned when I first joined is that we have integration partners that really are programmers most often.
Yeah.
They're building integrations at a programming level. Then we have our integrators or dealers that are actually installation partners that are working to put systems in play at a company. There's a big gap between the amount of technological training and experience needed to create some of the interactions between two systems. And Zapier is interesting because Zapier and the Zaps created for Zapier make it so that you can take compartmentalized types of technology, chain them together in a workflow and in an automation, and do that without a lot of training and a lot of skill set needed for for development. So our partners can take these elements of a Zapier kind of ecosystem, chain them together, and build an integration without being developers.
Yeah.
What's the best way to look at it?
It's really cool. So Cole Nebeker, you guys all know who Cole is. Cole actually built an integration using it the other day where he tied Humanitix, which is our ticketing software for all of our ProConnect events. He tied that into PDK.io. So when somebody registers for PDK.io, it actually automatically shoots them a mobile credential that they can use at the show to win prizes.
Cool.
You're right? That's pretty
And it was
cool.
there.
And it was there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things that is the real reason why we built this, is to make it so that you can have automations improve your workflow and your and open up a lot of doors and windows to you. Yeah. So, Evan, what did the process look like of making sure that we had the whole scope written out and make sure that it was executed correctly?
Oh, I mean, I think the requirements are pretty straightforward. You need something that is easy to work with, put together. I kind of think of it as kind of like the Tinker Toys or the Legos, or I'm going to use a bad analogy since I'm not a gamer, but I've seen tons of games where it's where you're connecting all sorts of things and water flows or something like that. But this integration is all about the flow of information at the speed of modern technology, which is nearly instantaneous. And so when we were scoping out this integration, he said, hey, here's a company who had a great idea to create an integration as a service type of product, and then all it took for us is to participate in their ecosystem to create a Zap that worked exceptionally well with PDK. And since we've worked so hard to make our API easy to integrate with, creating that Zap was relatively straightforward. And I think that carries through in interacting with it with that Zap when you're actually plugging it in with the other Zaps that are in Zapier. It makes all the actions that are possible in PDK very straightforward to use, and really solves a lot of problems for our customers in a way that is very affordable and approachable to them.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Skyler,
Yeah.
you work closely with the integrations team, right? We got David Jones, who is our integration team lead, but you help you help make sure that everything's on track, and then help make it so that, people like me know when things are about to be launched and what things I need to do to help out with that process.
Yeah.
So when you work with the integrations team, you are working on a lot of different integrations. Right now we've got this whole brand new 2.0 integration page that you can get in and you can see, man, I think I was counting something like 30 integrations are in there right now.
Yep.
But then when I was talking with David about what's in queue, it's like 86 or something like that. It's insane.
There's
right?
a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
How is this whole experience different from management side of things with Zapier than it has been with these other ones? And ultimately, why is Zapier so unique compared to all these other integrations that you guys have built?
Yeah, so Zapier does a very good job at providing different Zaps, that we can utilize inside of the integrations or with the apps that they connect to. So in a way, Zapier has taken out a lot of that guesswork of, well, okay, what features do we need to have? What things do we need to provide to our dealer that will make this successful? We really just needed to think about what things do we need to provide on our end to Zapier that will in turn, translate to something on the other end for XYZ integration. So being able to manage just that portion was very simple in a way. We didn't have to think too complex in terms of, okay, we need to build up 4 walls here to create this thing. We just needed to do 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So that was nice. And in talking with end customers, it was really interesting too, because even if we didn't think of something, talking with dealers and, then our dealers' customers, in some cases, they would come up with ideas like, hey, can I do this, that, or the other? Like, oh yeah, I actually didn't think about that. We can create this Zap and it'll actually plug in really nicely to whatever app you want to use that, Zapier already has an integration for.
Yeah.
So it was very nice that way.
What are, and this is an open question to anybody here, what are some examples of different softwares that are out there that we can integrate with?
Well, I think like gym membership software is a really big one. There's a lot of different varieties of this, and I think as an integrator, when you're going in and you're speccing a job, and you're able to say, hey, I can integrate your gym membership system with PDK, and I can do it at X amount of dollars, and unbeknownst to you, the day or week before, they had gotten a previous bid from someone who's just selling maybe another access control system and that doesn't use Zapier or something like that, and they're saying, hey, this is going to be a really tough thing, and so they're quoting in using developers and everything like that, and there's going to be a huge difference in cost there, and I think this being able to provide this to the customers really repeats what we have done time and time again at PDK, and that is make dealers look like the smartest people on earth.
Yeah.
So installing the best piece of software and hardware that is right for the job and at a really affordable price. So
I love it.
I like to think about the Zaps. It's
Mhm.
all about the Zaps in a way. And
There's a Zap for that.
Yeah, there's a Zap for that.
There is.
It's going to be at different levels of sophistication in the Zaps. You may find that there is a specific vendor who has built software as a service or some kind of software application that has created their own suite of Zaps that will allow us to be able to work with those to deliver information into the PDK system, like users, send information out. You talked about sending an invitation out for a Bluetooth credential. We can do events. We can do all types of different things. The Zaps are going to be all the way down to like simple bare metal kind of integrations. Like I need a CSV. If you can get stuff from some random employee management system into a CSV, you can create a Zap that will put that all the way into PDK. It's better to use systems kind of like Guesty, some of these other hotel management, gym membership things, where those solutions, they have their own Zaps. Those are going to give you even more value, faster, easier integrations. But it's 8,000 different things out there.
That's a lot.
So you can peruse, find, but in the end, there's enough stuff kind of even down in the guts of just trying to automate a process. You can likely automate just about everything.
That's so cool. How do people go and find the types of Zaps that are out there, Skyler?
Zapier.com/apps.
Okay. And then it's just a searchable list, or do you go and search for like what you're looking for? How do you break it out?
On the left-hand side, there's a navigational menu where it just has the different, basically, sectors that, Zapier has integrations in. So you've got like accounting, marketing, HR, access control, security, things like that. So you can look up those different groups, open that up and drill down a little further. And then it'll pull to the middle of the screen just a list of all the integrations that it has. And you can search in there for what you're looking for.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that opens up so much ability for our dealers to be able to create that full, single pane of glass experience for their customers.
Yep.
I mean, you think about it, if it's just some HR software that works with it, that's awesome. If it's a gym software that they have that manages their gym, that's great. I mean, ultimately, this is just another way that we are partner fanatics here, right? Making life easier for everybody who's involved. We want to see everybody thrive.
Yeah, I would say that the Zapier integration, everything we do obviously is towards our partners.
Yeah.
The one thing that's interesting about this integration is there's a lot of companies that have IT staff. This would be the kind of integration as well that if you were to open it up to the appropriate IT staff member, you might find that they take the thing and run.
Oh, yeah.
And go crazy. All of that's up to our partners to determine, obviously. But there's so much value in the overall integration capabilities for Zapier. You can take information out of PDK and move it into other systems, just like they would be natively integrated.
Yeah. So cool. So if you want to learn more about this integration that we have with Zapier, please feel free to reach out to us. You can contact us, sales@ProdataKey.com, or reach out to our main line. And our sales team wants to help you. We want to make sure that you know what you need to know in order to be successful with Zapier. But guys, thank you a ton for jumping on. Thank you a ton for building the integration. This is going to be a fantastic, new feature that we can help our partners be successful with. So thank you a ton. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe to this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and let us know if there's any topics that you're looking to learn about, and we'll be sure to add that to an upcoming episode. But thank you guys a ton. We will see you next time.